The EPL group, we kind of got together back in 2015. So one of the guys, Simon Tissington from the Villa group, sent out a tweet, and it was basically all these different supporters groups meet in bars on a Saturday morning at 7 a.m. and they have their own groups and they're in the same bar as other teams, but nobody speaks to each other. So he sort of said, well, let's just get together and set up a social event to have drinks. So the heads of all the different groups, we all met and had a beer together one evening and decided we'd host a holiday party that year. And then we figured, okay, if we're getting together, let's make it for charity. So we sort of thought about what would be a good fit, and someone mentioned Yala. So at the time, Yala, they were a group in San Diego. They work with refugee kids, and it's all about education, but soccer is the catch. So a lot of them grew up playing soccer in their countries, came over here, and so that was sort of what brought them all together. So it was a great fit for us. So we had first holiday party back at Thorn Street. And that was a success. And then the next holiday party came around the year after, and we did that at the Harp, so one of the local supporters bars. And then we decided, Ariel from Foot Golf got in touch and said, well, I know you've got a pretty big group. How would you feel about hosting a foot golf tournament as well? So I sat down with him and we figured, yeah, that would be a good thing to do. Early 2017 was the first foot golf, so we got that set up. So that's sort of the origins of where all this came from, yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to start here in 2 minutes. First, I want to make a few announcements. Okay, guys, everyone has the ball, correct? Everyone has the ball. Good. Follow the exact same rules. Foot golf is just like golf. We start in a tee box from the orange markers, and we're kicking towards the orange flag, okay?
The foot golf, we basically want everyone to come out and have fun. It's semi-serious for some people, so we actually get a few sort of really good foot golf players from around California come down and take part, but then the EPL groups also have fun, and that's more of a sort of social event. We get beer sponsors from various different breweries, so we have 4 kegs out on the course last year. There was about, I think, just over 100 players out. We raised money through entry fee, through raffle as well, so we have a raffle, sell tickets to that. So it's a fun event. Shakespeare's did the food last year as well, so I think it was a good time had by everyone. We have a new charity, so Yala went on a different course last year, so we were looking for someone else to work with. And Gary, who helps run the Chelsea group, had been doing some research, and he read that actually for kids with autism, soccer is a great sort of thing for them to do. So we discussed various things we could do. We thought about maybe trying to find a local league and sponsoring a team, raising money to sponsor that. But then I remembered I have my friend Marie, who runs the ARC Foundation, who are an autism charity. And so I set up some time to chat with her and said, we'd love to do some work with you. What do you think would be a good idea? And we've always had an idea of also putting on a soccer camp ourselves. So we figured, okay, this is a time we'll dive right into it. We'll raise some money here, and then all the proceeds that we make today will be hosting a soccer camp. So this was a 5-week camp, Saturday mornings for a couple of hours, consecutive Saturdays in June and July. And we had probably over 50 kids per week come out and play.
This is Cuba, okay? Anybody say Cuba? Cuba.
EPL Supporters of San Diego and ASC San Diego, they all pitched in to raise funds that made this event happen today. They're coming from all over San Diego, from San Ysidro, Carlsbad, Oceanside, San Diego, Chula Vista, and they're all here through ages 2 to 11 years old, and they're all having a great time with the ASC San Diego soccer players, and then our respite workers are also pitching in and just helping out all the families, all their parents, and all of their siblings are here too. So the whole family is here playing, and they're having a really great time.
And it was just a great experience sort of seeing these kids who, some of them had never kicked a soccer ball before, some of them had a little bit more experience, but just really all getting out, having a fun time, interacting with other children in the program. Pretty much all of them had one or two parents out with them as well, so they could all sit and watch. And yeah, I think everyone seemed to have fun. It was a really great experience to see that the money we've raised, actually where it was going and sort of how it was benefiting the children. I think since hosting these events, everyone has become a lot more familiar with each other. So I'm an Everton supporter and we go to the Harp, and the Spurs guys go to the Harp as well. So I now know a lot of the Spurs guys a lot better. I'll go and watch some games at Bluefoot where the Arsenal guys are, and I know all them. I'll go to Shakespeare and see the Chelsea guys at times. So I think even though we don't host many formal events, informally we sort of all have created a community around it. Yeah.
So.
Exactly, yeah. So the money we raised from the holiday party, ARC have already said they want to do another camp, so we'll figure out the details behind that, but there'll definitely be another camp coming. I don't know exactly when, but they're the two big fundraisers. Throughout the season we have meetups as well, so not necessarily raising money for charity, but just getting all the supporters groups together to have a few drinks, chat about the EPL, how it's going. So I think there's groups for pretty much all of the EPL teams now, so join through that. We have a Facebook page, the San Diego EPL Supporters Group. Join on that. We post about all the different events. We have a lot of banter going on as well between the different fans, as you can imagine, with different supporters of different clubs. A lot of news about the game. So it's just a good way to stay in touch, connect with people if you've never met anyone. And if you've never been to a bar in the morning, come out and watch a game with your groups. We're all very friendly apart from the 90 minutes when we're playing rivals.